Well, hello everyone. Hello again. Nice to see you. Although I can't really see you, I can imagine you. And you look sexy, ladies. Now, I'm very excited because this is my very first tutorial, and today I'm going to talk about having a good one. No, I'm kidding. This is just my wife and I were discussing how to paint the living room, and I was suggesting looks from. This was my choice, but she strongly objected. So now we're separated. But life. Um, Today I'm gonna talk about generative music, generative random music, randomness, total randomness. Let's take a step back. Come on, this would have been a good wall. I'm sorry, but um, what you're seeing is my dreams and my marriage just fading away. Anyway, let's start again. I'm Cyborg, here with another VCV tutorial. Drinking cheap vodka, smoking crack, and doing blow out of strippers' asses. But not today. Today is Monday. It's Sunday, which means church day. And what better use for generative random music than in a church setting? We'll get to that later. Now, generative music is was invented by I'm not exactly sure. Actually, I found out about generative music like 15 minutes ago, and I was so hyped. I said, "Oh my fucking god! I gotta make a tutorial about this right fucking now." And I read about it in a book. And I happen to have a book right in my hands right now, and I will read a passage relative to our tutorial. Ben was once asked how he expected anyone to take some of his teachings seriously when they provoked so much laughter from his listeners. He replied, "Laughter is the only genuine form of applause." Uh, I didn't. This wasn't a racial stereotype. It says in brackets. Read it in a generative random voice, and the generative random voice that came out was Indian. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause any offense. If you were offended by that, I promise I will make it up for you in some way or another. Okay, generative music. Now, by the way, don't you think that if this was a timeline, a horizontal timeline, VCV would be like 10 times better? I mean, imagine this. Like, this is bar. This is the start of the timeline, and this is how many HPs. Let's see, blank. 16. Wow. Okay, this is the start. This is a 16 bar. So this would be a 16 bar loop. And then the second 16 bar loop. And then the third. And then the fourth. And then so on and so forth. Now, what we could achieve with that is, let's have a good one. Let's duplicate it. Control D, just like in Ableton. Ableton is a great device. If this was our timeline, I'm gonna get rid of these because they were here just for geographical AIDS, not AIDS, uh, just help. So if this was a timeline, you could do this. You could get a beat. Wow. There's only one beat when you type beat. By the way, this new thing with the browser, I mean, it is fucking genius. You type whatever you're looking for, and a bunch of modules appear. I mean, whoever came up with it deserves a fucking medal. Really, whoever came up with it, just give me your PayPal and I will empty my wife's bank account just to help you. Okay, I'm gonna get drummer. Whenever we need a beat going on, we also need to. You cannot have a beat without rhythm. A beat is a subdivision of rhythm, but we also say beat to generally refer to music that's repetitive or music that has a pulse, or basically any music that doesn't require you to not move your head. I don't know if that was clear. So I'm gonna look for a clock. I'm gonna go with clocked because I like the way it sounds. Clocked. Oh, I didn't start recording this. No, not a problem. We'll get to that later. I'm gonna 183, which is my height in centimeters, but also my weight in kilograms. I'm a consistent guy. The mixer, which obviously is for mixing, DJs take notice. This mixer here by Squinky Labs was created in a laboratory. The zero icon here is tricky because I was I spent literally 50 minutes yesterday. I was sleep deprived because I moved out of the house because of the thing with my mother and the my wife. I'm sorry that was the have a good one thing. My wife, definitely not my mother. Anyway, I went out of the house and I had to occupy my mind with something because when you do a shot of heroin under the bridge, I mean, the high lasts only, it doesn't last forever. That's the tricky part with heroin. If it lasted forever, I mean, that would be the greatest shit ever. Anyway, I was very confused. I was like, what is zero? I mean, is this where everything starts? Is this the point of alpha and the omega? Does this mean I'm a loser? But then I looked left and it was out. That wasn't a zero. That was a O. And I was like, oh, right. But then I looked at this. It says in. Now, in, for those of you who don't speak English, means there will be subtitles. They will be written by my dear friend Omri Cohen. In means when you put something inside something else. Am I right, ladies? So it's very logical that the icon next to in is round, because nature made it so that round things go into round things, like so. But here we have an X, very different from in. What is the X? What does it stand for? I mean, here we have a cross. I know that's for Jesus Christ because today is Sunday. It's church day. But X, if you want to put something in an X mean someone's going to get really hurt. Am I right, ladies? Okay, let's get it out. Let's start recording. I want to name this file Marlboro 2 because I already have a Marlboro 1. Oh yeah, I recorded a bunch of these tutorials, but I was really dumb because instead of recording my voice, which goes through Ableton, because if I try audio and video and all of the same at VCV, my computer crashes. But instead of recording my voice, I recorded MIDI, which of course means I recorded nothing. Oops, sorry, I gotta synchronize. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, now, if we had a timeline in VCV like this, what we could do is, I'm gonna slow this down. Yeah, that's more like, you shut up, just a kick. Okay, yeah, this is our beat going. We said these were 16 bars, so usually we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're gonna have a subdivision. We're gonna call these 8 bars. So it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. Okay, so if VCV allowed us to have a timeline like Ableton, which is the best thing that ever happened to this planet, we could do this. Like a very simple beat, a techno beat. I'm gonna even add some, you know what? I'm gonna use Trummer 2 because seconds are always best. Yeah. Ein Polizei. Anyone remember that? Okay, so we got a triplet hi-hat thing with a kick. Now, again, if VCV was like Ableton, we could do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2. Okay, I'll pretend it's coming like this, okay? Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. You know, that's what's good about timelines. Okay. Now that we have done this, let's get into generative random music. Let's type in random because this is where we're headed to. Okay, so it says 19 modules, but this doesn't look like 19 to me. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, I was wrong. This is the first time it ever happens to me. Caudal, mechanical chaos source. I'm not going to use this one because I don't like chaos. I have read Jordan Peterson's books and watched his seminars religiously, and I happen to be very, very woke to the fact that women are the original source of chaos. So I hate chaos. Sorry, women, no offense, but this is not going to work for me. Because this is actually what happens when you are a Jordan Peterson fanboy. At first, you start like no, okay, not purple, but you're blue pilled. Then you hear Jordan Peterson say, "Yeah, but the neoliberal Marxists are making," and it becomes red pill. And then you see the world as it is. Okay, let's get back to randomness. Caudal is out of the question. Leakage. Voltage processor. I am not going to use this one because I don't want to get involved with voltages. I got electrocuted when I was a small kid. It still hurts. JW simple clock. Why would I need a simple clock when I have a bunch of really complex clocks in my house? You know how many of them I have? I don't remember. JW modules, XY pad. Pads are good, but I happen to own the Novation Launchpad Pro, and it is the best in the market, so thank you. Circle fade random pitch gate with ratcheting. Okay, let me take a sip from my beer. I hope it's not the can I used as a toilet last night. I don't know which one was it, but it's refreshing in this heat wave. Okay, so ratcheting. Ratcheting is a very interesting concept. That's my beard. It comes from the Berlin School of Electronic Music from the 70s. Names like Tangerine Dream, Klaus Schulze, I hope I pronounced it right. Manuel Götzing, I think, from Ashra Temple, and then later Ashra. So ratcheting is something those guys used a lot. But I will warn you against it because, like I said, 70s, Berlin, that was not a good place to be. I mean, okay, granted, there was amazing things going on artistically, like all of the bands or musicians I mentioned, and some weird architecture that I still don't know if it looks like shit or not. I mean, even David Bowie recorded 3 of his best albums in Berlin, but in the 70s. But here's the thing. I mean, when I was a kid, I read Christiane F., the book about that 14-year-old heroin addict who lived in Berlin in the 70s. And, I mean, if a city lets its youth get addicted to drugs like that, that place deserves to be nuked out of the surface of this planet. I'm sorry. If you live in Berlin, move out because my plan is going into action very soon. Okay, NIST 208 random minus quad plus dual inverter. Dude, when the name of your module looks like a mathematical equation, nobody's gonna use it. Are you crazy? I love you. NIST Bivio, a dual path randomizer. Nope. I walk my path alone. I'm a maverick. I'm like a cowboy. That's why I left my mom's house, my wife's house. And it's the Sue Utils soy model. Oh, soy boy. Another soy boy. Jesus Christ, Antonio. ¿Qué pasa, man? Must be gotcha. Amalgamated harmonics generative. A toolkit of functions intended to support generative music creation. Now, that may be what we're looking for. But for real support, I don't need noise or sample and hold LFO random. For real support, please send me money. I don't have a Patreon. I have a PayPal account, but Omri Cohen really did a mess with it. Hey, maybe that's why my wife doesn't want Omri Cohen's Have a Good Day on her wall. How could I be so stupid? I never thought of that. I think. Do you guys think I should apologize? Let me know what you think in your comments. Geodesics brains. I used to love geodesics modules, but I discovered a very dark secret. I will share it soon in another video. It won't be a tutorial. I will start a new series called VCV Rex Dark Secrets. And the first episode will be about geodesics. Hetric CV random gates. It generates up to 8 random gates. So that's like, those movies where, the police are chasing the criminals and they go through one gate and then come out of another, and then the neighbors start to run because there's a boiling chicken that became alive, and there's a fucking stupid music. And what I mean is, comedy doesn't have to be always so repetitive. Make some generative random comedy. Am I right? Bogaudio noise. I don't need noise. There's enough noise in this city, for fuck's sake. I live in Paris. Do you know how noisy it is? Bogaudio walk. Nope. I will use my car because I have an electric car. Because, like I said, I am woke. Walk to where? Dude, you need to be more precise. Walk to where? Just walk like that? Oh. No, hell no. Squinkle Labs Grey Code. I like the name because nothing is black and white in this life. But codes need to be black and white. Literally, codes are binary. Unlike some of my dear friends in the VCV community who identify as non-binary, codes cannot be non-binary unless we start to have quantum computers, and I don't know if it's possible to, code in a quantum language. But you let me tell me what you think about this in the comments section, because you matter. You are the most important aspect of all of this. Low frequency random voltage generator. Like I said, I am a bit afraid of electricity. But I like this module. I'm not gonna lie. Audible Instruments Bernoulli Gate. Okay, so here's a funny story. Audible Instruments, as you know, is a copy of Mutable Instruments, which is, I believe, one of the most popular Eurorack manufacturers based in France. Or, as we call it here in France, France. And Bernoulli is actually pronounced Bernoulli. And for some reason, I was convinced that Bernoulli was a mathematician from an ancient French colony like Algeria or Morocco, Tunisia. And you know how they have Sephardic Jews. And I thought that Bernoulli was one of those Sephardic Jews who lived in maybe Algeria when it was a French state, or his parents were pieds noirs, and then they fled Algeria when things started to get a little hot. Although it's always hot in Algeria, let's be honest. But it happens that Bernoulli was a Swiss mathematician from the 17th century. I have no idea if he was Jew or not, but I believe that the confusion came from the fact that I know a guy whose name is Ali Cherkaoui, and he comes from Morocco. And I think I got confused between Cherkaoui and Bernoulli. All right. Audible Instrument Random Sampler based on marbles. Huh. What is marbles? I don't know. That's a mystery module. So let's get this one. Now, do you think, wow, we're already at 25 minutes. This is a long tutorial, but we're having fun. Do you think you can get audio out of this? Let's see. Yes, this is technically audio. Let's get into a drum pattern. No, I'm kidding. Look, what you do is you do this. Nice sounds. I like it. Just gonna turn it down a bit because it's giving me a headache. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pretty fucking random, isn't it? Now, if you want to get more random than this, there is a trick I can show you. See? The randomness is this. Let me get some real audio source. VCO I will use. Let's see. Plats. I don't know why they call it plats. In French, it's impossible to call something pronounced. There's something spelled like that. Plats. At best, you say play. S'il te plaît. S'il te plaît. Okay, trigger. By the way, this says T2. I put it in trigger, but I did it like randomly. I don't know if it really goes in there because that's Terminator 2 actually, and Terminator 2 was the best. X1, I don't know what it is. Yeah. That's pretty random to me. And I'm gonna randomly change shit because that's the spirit of random music, isn't it? Yeah, that almost sounds like an EDM track. But we need to get it more random than that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pick a module in random. I don't even know what I'm gonna pick. Look, what the hell is this? Never seen it before. The Iliad? Jesus Christ, dude, I left school because I hate books. Hip kick. Alright, could work. Yeah. Let's pick another module randomly. What's this? Inject value. Oh man. Octa plus. Why not? A plus B. Okay. Let's listen to that in solo. Does it do anything? No. 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 That's kind of dumb. Mixer. I already have a mixer. This looks nice. Pulse matrix. All right. Now we're talking. another weird module. Let's take this. Chopper, okay. I don't know what the hell it is, but I will use it. Let's do this. Nope. Let's do this. Nice! Okay, now I want to add a bass. Bass. Oh, these are just bass drums. Basil. So basically that's it, guys. This is, as you can see here, pretty random. I'm gonna add a little bit more randomness and then we'll call it quits. I'll use the LFN. I'm gonna duplicate the LFN. Let's take this a bit down. I'm gonna duplicate the LFN because if that bitch won't let me have my wallpaper, at least here I can have my elephants. And look, from really far it looks like some weird new brand of STD. You know, if you see that on your genitals, time to seek a modern doctor. So what I will do with this many elephants, I mean, I don't need all this actually. Why did I duplicate them? Let's change the clock a bit. So this gives us yeah. I don't know about you, but I love it, and this patch needs some reverb. You guessed it right. Let's use plateau. This is a module that people don't use very much. I don't know why. It's a great module. I like the light mode because where I live, I mean, there's already enough darkness, if you know what I mean. Yes. Okay, guys, this is it. Ladies, you got my number. If you don't, you can always ask Omri Kohan to give it to you. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.